All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom you call the United States of America. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Want to give a double honors unto our apostles and elders in the sincere Akim, the hopeful elect throughout the four winds of the world, pushing this truth in diligence and sincerity. All right, we're going to get into World War III. No one's talking about that. Everyone thinks that this Ukraine and Russia thing is kind of just swept under the rug. That is the beginning. That is literally the beginning of World War III. These other countries, China, countries in the Middle East, they're already in World War III in their mind. What are you Jakes doing? What are you Israelites doing? Because when it happens, it's no turning back. All right, when this world's war kicks off, ain't no reset or we can start over. Ain't no peace treaties. These nations is coming for blood. All right, because all the wickedness, all the atrocities that America has done to the rest of the world, they're going to get paid back for that. Okay, and you know, I was thinking about this earlier. Once this world war kicks off, it's going to seem like America got the grips on it. It's going to seem like, you know, that they're in control still.
The myth that you've been hearing about America being an untouchable nation, you're gonna believe it, but when it all comes down to it, man, you're gonna watch this place fall mightily.
Right.
Okay, because that pride is why it's gotta fall too. By the way. Okay, I'm gonna stop there.
But
so, you know how it's gonna affect you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
Yep.
Esau institutes a draft.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
When you institute that draft and have your little sons and daughters,
Yep.
you know, draft you over there to go to fight in the Middle East, that World War III. That's when you niggas gonna care, man.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
You know, and another thing that's going to affect you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans is all your resources. They're going to put all these resources into this war. Therefore, it's going to be hyperinflation. Esau, this devil, is going to make it harder for you to live here. All right, because everyone's concentration is going to be on the war and not you over here. Esau's not going to give a damn about you. All right, but like I was saying earlier, it's going to seem like America with NATO and the EU, they got this in the bag. They got this under control. But that's when the Most High is going to throw a monkey wrench in their whole shit. Because eventually, because we all understand that America is what we call the city of unwalled villages. All right, so America has two major lands of water that's dividing them from these other countries. But their allies, they don't have that luxury. So their allies are over there in the midst of the fire. Therefore, once it gets bad enough for their allies, the NATO and the countries of the NATO and the EU, they're gonna have no choice but to turn their back on America. And when they do that, that's when the true destruction of America is going to take place. All right, but like I said, it's going to seem like, hey, America got this. You know, they've always, you know, prevailed. You know, when these wars and conflicts happen. You know, you got it.
I got some. Isaiah 47. I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, "Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms."
Hey, go ahead. You can break it down.
No. I was just gonna say America's that kingdom, Lady of Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Okay, the virgin daughter of Babylon. That she's likened unto ancient Babylon. She's likened unto a lot of different nations that ruled before. But she's like the lady of them, because everybody thinks you can't harm a lady. She can't do no wrong or no evil. But this place is one of the worst places ever on the planet. A lot of wickedness has been put from this place.
And they call it the Virgin Daughter because this place hasn't been, it hasn't been foreign troops invading this place. But this world's war, that's going to happen. You know, and that's going to be on the minds of the people. All right. And so how can you go through your regular life knowing that any second, any minute, any day, you know, that war is going to spill over here to the soils of America? Right. That's going to happen. You know, but our people mainly got this. They think that, you know, these things could never happen. Yeah. Oh, they'll never happen to America. America's too strong. No, America's military, the technology. You niggas need to get off Esau's ass, man. Get off his nuts, man, because you're gonna find out that he's just a man. He ain't shit. You know, his technology ain't shit. You know, his military is really weak. And you're gonna see this. You know, you're gonna see for yourself. A lot of you Jakes that think that these times all right, that we're living in, these world war, these world conflicts aren't going to escalate. You're going to see it right before your eyes. It's going to be reported. It's going to be in your face every day. Just like C-19 was in your face, this is going to be in your face every day, world war. And shit is going to get so bad that Esau is not going to be able to control the narrative like they do with all these other world conflicts, where you know how they control the shit with Bin Laden and Saddam Hussein, and everyone's going to know who this devil is. It's like you.
Now I just want to say this real quick also. The Most High is who's going to make this kingdom go down.
Yeah.
Because he let the pride build up to where it looks untouchable, but he wants it to go down. Why? Because what was done to his chosen people over here. Okay, that's one major situation that you can't run from. And so when you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans join yourself onto this country, he's looking at you like, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Yeah. Why would you want this place to continue to live and prosper when you've been subject and slaves in this place, still in modern day? You got something? I gotta continue.
You can continue. I had a precept, but you can actually continue. I'll bring it out.
Verse 6, it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid the yokes.
Who didn't you show any mercy to? What people are still stuck at the bottom, you know, still living check to check, barely making it to get by. Who are those people you never showed mercy to?
Over 400 years, and we just can't. We still can't lace up and pull up the bootstraps.
Yeah.
400 years later, we tilled the land for you. We got those skills, but we still can't prevail out of this fight.
Esau said it's your fault. You got the same not same opportunities,
right?
But you can claw your way out of poverty. But you got to sell out to them, man.
Right.
Hey, immigrants, they always want to use the immigrants that came over here, but they get loans and shit. Man, come on.
Immigrants are set up. I heard this from Cushite himself. Get it set up with a place to stay, a car, and a monthly allowance until they and a job. So they hit the ground running over here when they come over here. But you Israelites that live here, that were born here, y'all can't get shit. You know?
How the hell does Habib come over here and in 5 years he done moved out the hood and moved into the nice neighborhood, but still making money off you? He didn't open up a good restaurant in the white neighborhoods now, making money, sending his kids to college. But for us, we just can't get out of it. We just so stuck on drugs. We just hopeless, for real. That's how this really goes.
Yeah, that's the curse. Yep. The
Yep.
curse is that, you know, we're gonna be the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt be brought very low. So these other nations, when they actually come over here, they're gonna prosper. But the curse said that you shall not prosper in all your ways. Right. So no matter what we do, we can't crawl out of the curses. The Lord got to be the one to liberate us from the curse. So that's one of the ways, you know, why they're over us like that. And this devil, you know, and they always they capitalize off of us being under the curse. As long as we're under the curse, that means that spells prosperity for everybody else. You know, they gave gifts to one another. They were married, like it says in Revelation. You know, because these two prophets have tormented them. So they rejoice that we were on the bottom, and they have to keep us that way. Right.
You know? And it's crazy that you bring it up, because this place here over in America, and even in the rest of the world, but particularly from over here, think about it. You go into China, you make a deal to get, you know, a whole bunch of goods. Who's gonna buy all this shit off? We know we got these niggas and spicks over here. They gonna buy all this shit up.
Right.
We gonna put it on TV, and they gonna buy all this shit.
The new this, the new that.
They gotta have it. They can't. Then they watch it happen. What about drugs from the other countries? Hey, they gonna buy it. Trust me. Whatever's gonna keep us destroyed is what they are negotiating with.
The devil come out with drugs like, you know, like it's a new thing. Like, well, this is the new ecstasy. This is the new meth. And where do they promote it to? You tribes neighborhoods. You know, in these rap songs and shit. You got it, bro.
Verse 7 says, And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it.
Right.
The end of the prophecy is that you go down, right?
That's the pride of America, that this place will never be taken down, that this place can't be touched, that it's like a fortress. That's the image that they put out there to you people. Like, Jake really think they safe here, but you still steadily getting shot down in the street, but you still think you safe, right?
What's the difference?
But the police can kick down your door
Yep.
and have the wrong address and shoot your ass and then say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yep. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, right.
Right. There's no real retribution for that. It says, therefore hear this now, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwell carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. E pluribus unum is out of many one, which is pretty much the same sentiment. Okay, and that's on the coins and on the money over here, right? Showing you that it ties to this place. It says, where to go? Yeah, right there. It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. So all this that you've been doing, all the witchcraft, Hollywood, the banking system, money, the hood, the experimenting on Jake, the scientists, and all this shit that you do to our people, the Most High's got a payback for you.
Right.
And it's going to culminate in the moment of World War III, when this place is finally wiped off the map. And it's going to be a memorial forever.
That's why the Most High is righteous. So, you see, like the scripture says in was it Revelation 18, your sins have reached unto heaven. So the Most High is just allowing you to build up this tab, so when this place is destroyed, all right, it's justified. Okay, it's going to be a righteous destruction. It ain't like you didn't do nothing, and hey, the Most High is righteous in all his ways. You still reading?
Yep, one more. Verse 2, right, bro?
Kind.
Yep, Nahum chapter 1, verse 2, it says, the Most High is jealous, and the Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord Yahweh, right, will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. The Lord is slow to anger.
That's the Lord declaring his vengeance. That's part of the gospel too, that he's gonna avenge his people. The Lord ain't forgot, the long list of history of all the atrocities that was done against his people. We're known as the Lord's, the apple of his eye. So these nations, when they touched us, especially when they decided to go into our places of worship and destroy our temple, take all of our the ornaments and different things that we use to dedicate it to the Most High, defiled it, all these different incidences, the Lord never forgot.
Sacrifice swine on the altar.
Yeah, the abomination of desolation.
Yeah.
What they did during the first time it happened with the Babylonians. I mean, the Lord, he remembers everything.
Right.
So just add all that, and then what he did in this time. When this devil came back into power and he waged war against the saints, carried us all the way away from the Holy Land, removed us far from our border, and we would never see our land again.
Right.
We were made to discontinue from our heritage. Our identity was beaten out of us, our heritage. So yeah, that's a lot to pay for, man.
And just that I beaten out of us, right? They put it in the movie. What's your name, boy?
Yep.
Kunta Kinte. I said your name's Toby. They did that year and year again, time and time again, till we're in the place that we're at now. Okay, so and then they did that in the time of the Greeks too. So the Most High has watched all this, and all this is gonna add up, and all that fury is gonna get dropped on the world. And the epicenter of that, of the destruction will be over here, but the epicenter of his indignation is gonna be over there in the Middle East.
Right.
That was that. Oh no, it's a little more. It says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind, and in the storm and in the clouds are the dust of his feet.